Hey, welcome to another episode of Mojo Grip. Mike here. So today I am in the northeastern part of the country where it is balls freezing cold. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful state of New York. So today we're going to check out a different airplane. It's old, but still very much of a workhorse. All right, the aircraft you see behind me is the Piper Cherokee 235. This Cherokee is the 235 model. It's a 1963. Okay, and it's owned here by a friend. Actually, this airplane is owned by one of the viewers of Mojo Grip. So we got together here while I'm in New York. We just went for a flight, and I can tell you the airplane flies pretty good. Stay tuned also for the flight video. But this is one of the airplanes you're probably going to look at when you're looking to get your first airplane. As a matter of fact, Carl, who you're going to get to meet later on, this is his very first airplane. As you can see, it's not the prettiest bird, but it's a well-balanced aircraft. Okay, it flies great, and it misses mission. All right, if you see me slurring my words out here, it's because my jaws and my lips are so cold. I'm finding it really hard to move them. All right, but let me take you around. All right, this paint color scheme, I don't even think the owner painted or repainted this airplane. And as you can see, the color scheme it has here is white and blue and some brown. Again, this is an airplane that's a little over 50 years old, so you can expect all the wear and tear. Now, for those of you who may not know about the Cherokee lines, Piper Cherokees are some of the most popular single-engine airplanes that are owned by pilots and also that are used for training. And the owner of this particular one actually bought it so that he can train and get his pilot's license in it. All right, this is the six-cylinder version. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you may have some engine variations with this 235 model. But this one has a six-cylinder. I believe it's over 200 horsepower engine, 260. But I'll ask him just to check. And this airplane performs as such. Now, one of the things that you will get from that big engine is that it likes to sip a lot of fuel. The average fuel burn in this aircraft is 14 to 15 gallons per hour, okay? And you're cruising anywhere from 130, 150 miles per hour. It's a fixed pitch prop, all right? And I'll show you the interior in a little bit. But as you can see, it is your standard tricycle landing gear, fixed. And I know Carl did some upgrade on this, namely this light. And in the coming videos that I'll put up on the channel, he'll talk to you a little bit more in detail, some of the work and maintenance cost that's gone into this airplane since he's owned it. All right, let's check out the interior for a little bit. Now, this airplane has, I believe, a total of 84 gallons. So you can go places. This is a true cross-country airplane. You can travel up to 800 miles with full fuel tanks. And the wings are pretty wide. Actually, let me go back here. Look at the wings here. So you've got a lot of fuel going in there. But let me take you through the interior real quick. All right, let's get in the interior real quick. To get in, you just hop on the wings right here, put yourself up, and as you can see, it's your nice old classic interior in blue color. I believe these are the original seats. As you can see, we've got all the gear back there. So this is a 4-place single engine, and it will carry 4 people comfortably. The useful load on this is a little over 1,400 pounds. So you've got a lot of room there to work with. Now, as you can see in the cabin here, just let me get it proper. Give me 1 second and I'll take you through it. So, your standard 6-pack. All right. Standard 6-pack. Again, this is a 63 model. You've got your yoke. Now, some things that you'll find differently with this airplane, it is somewhat minimalistic. So you've got your circuit breakers here, you've got your gauges right there, and your radios. These are standard. But what's not standard, at least for me, so right here, this is not a Johnson bar. This is the bar for your flaps. Okay, you use this for the flaps. Also, this doesn't have toe brakes. These are your brakes. It only has hand brakes, so whenever you're taxiing, you get to use this on and off. So that's going to take some getting used to. And on the right side, again, pretty standard. You've got your RPM, your engine gauges here. Now, you got the compass up top and down here too. Another thing in this airplane is, see down there? This is where you have your fuel tank selectors. So you've got left, right tanks. More quirks in here. This is an ADF. This is a really, really old unit. I don't even know how this thing works. But this can help track distance, DME, things like that. But it's old. I don't know if it's functional or not. Another thing I should mention, I think I mentioned it earlier, is that this is a fixed prop airplane. So in the cockpit, you've only got your throttle and then your mixture, which is down here. Let me see if the camera can get it. So this is your mixture here and throttle. So you don't have to worry about changing your propeller angle and things like that. What else? What else is a little bit old in here? Oh, actually, this is really interesting. So I've never seen this before, and I think it's kind of cool. So, see, this is how you change the numbers on this, okay? Unlike if you're used to, having to push buttons to change radios and things like that, this is how you do it on this comp system, all right? It's just rolling. So I thought that was interesting. And I should say that this airplane is IFR equipped. So you've got your King's radios there. As you see here, those are your headset jacks. We just went for a flight. They work pretty good. Now I know that anyway, Carl will explain. He's been having some issues with his radio, but also you've got some backup. See right there, you've got some backup headset jacks too. Now if you look up top here, we still have the GoPro mounted. These are the speakers. It says Sony on them. Now remember that back in the day, think of it, in the 60s, I don't think headsets were that popular. So for no pilots today, you get to use a headset to listen and talk to the radio. But guess what? Back then, you had to hear them over the speaker. So this has speakers on them. If you go back there, you've got room for your luggage. You can put up to 200 pounds and still be within CG in this airplane. Over 1,400 pounds useful load. And again, you've got really huge gas tanks that can give you long range. Now, so with the legroom, see how many inches you've got. So you kind of have to work with that, depending on who's sitting back here. But the good news is, look at those. You have these rails here, which means the seats are adjustable. So this front seat can be rolled forward. All right, you've got your seat handle here underneath the seat, and you can pull forward depending on who's sitting up front, and you can get more legroom in the back. And again, a lot of legroom up here depending on height. For me, I had to pull my seat up actually just so that my legs can touch the rudder. So my point is, I think that this airplane will sit 4 people, 4 adults, maybe even 5. I think up to 3 people may be able to sit back there. I think it will sit them comfortably. What else can I say? Oh yeah, another thing you will find in older Cherokees is this. All right, this is your trim. Normally in more modern airplanes, you'll find the trim somewhere in the middle console, okay? Or even in stick airplanes, you find that the trim is right there on the stick itself. But this is your trim here. And I remember, when I would watch videos and see Cherokee pilots do this, just roll back and forth, I'm like, what is that then? But today I found out this is your nose trim. Okay. So guys, earlier I mentioned that the power plant is 260 horsepower. It's actually 235. I mean, the airplane is a Cherokee 235. So that's the amount of power you have. And this thing can't climb. On our flight, we saw about 1,000, and then at one point I saw 1,500 feet. So you have the power there to haul people, and if it's just you probably see even better performance in the airplane. Again, the only thing you have to be concerned about is that 6-cylinder engine will take in a lot of gas. 15 gallons per hour. That's a lot, especially if it's just a solo pilot flying this airplane. Okay, so I believe I've went through everything that I can think of in this aircraft. Let me know what you guys think. If you are a Cherokee pilot, let me know what's been your experience in owning this airplane. I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure you hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't yet. Also, check out mojogrip.net. Make sure you support the channel. I greatly appreciate everyone who's been sharing these videos. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Mike, and I will catch you all on the next video. Peace.